Hey guys, it's Castlemaker here, and welcome to the channel. So I'm doing this big thing leading up to Avengers Infinity War because honestly I'm extremely excited for the film, and I decided to review every single movie leading up to the movie. So every Monday leading up to Infinity War I will be reviewing a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie because currently there are 18 weeks left. And since there are currently 17 movies in the MCU, there's about to be another one and then Infinity War. So Black Panther will not be reviewed until directly before Infinity War. I will not be reviewing it right before or right when it comes out. I will be reviewing each one in release order. And then the week after Infinity War comes out, I will be reviewing Infinity War. So obviously for those of you that know the MCU, what is the first film? Well, none other than the original Iron Man. So, what do I think of the original Iron Man? Honestly, I think it's one of the best films in the entire MCU. It's definitely top 5, maybe top 3. And it's just because it's the first. It's the first one and we really got to see what the characters would be like in the MCU, how they would be treating famous comic book characters, and honestly, it's a really good film. It's a very good origin story for the basis of the MCU, and obviously Robert Downey Jr.'s character Tony Stark is very charismatic. He also has internal conflict within him. He's getting over his selfishness and growing as a character, and this movie is really great for that. The villain, of course, that's going to be a theme that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the hero themselves, the villain, and other, side characters, and then the other things that happen and whatnot. The villain in this movie really isn't great. I really think Obadiah Stane, it's an interesting idea. It's like, Tony Stark's basically father figure after his father's gone is this villain, and it doesn't necessarily work, and it feels kind of phoned in this film. Obviously, like, the movie's been out for almost 10 years now, and I'm very used to that. It's like, oh, yep, it's Obadiah and whatnot. But Obadiah has some great lines, like, sir, we're having trouble building the arc reactor. Tony Stark built this in a cave. And, he has some pretty good lines. And I love Jeff Bridges. And, he brings back pizza a few times, which is kind of funny. As for things that happen in the film, really, it's a very focused film. It's just the birth of the Iron Man and who Tony Stark is and what happens. There's no big grand scheme, which I think is really great because it does what a lot of films currently are trying to do, is spark these movies. And at the end credits of Iron Man are brilliant because the first thing that Nick Fury says is, you're about to be opened up to a universe that you know nothing, or it's like to a whole big universe that you know nothing about. And that's very telling of what has currently happened in the MCU. There's so much going on, and there will be a lot of death and destruction and such things our heroes have never seen. And I am definitely looking forward to seeing how Tony Stark will end up in Infinity War, but that's beside the point. Iron Man, I'm going to give a solid 8 out of 10.